What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. video. So this was an action-packed episode, and it was an amazing episode. And we've got to wait now 4 weeks until the start of March, as it is the Olympics. But as someone has said on Twitter, halfway through that, we're getting Black Panther. So really, it is swings and roundabouts here. So if you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing and dropping a like. We provide coverage on everything Marvel, everything DC, and everything in between. Mainly Game of Thrones. But here, this is it. The team have finally gone back to the past. And, well, it was an action-packed episode. Now, one criticism I would say about this episode is that we expected a huge final battle. And really, we had all the Inhumans fight. And then we never really got the kind of epic power battle that I wanted. I thought we'd see huge Krees fight so many humans and maybe some Inhumans in there as well, which was a bit of a shame that we never actually got that. But I think the episode worked out quite well. It was a lot more of a personal battle, as really the real major fight we had was Kasius versus Mac. So that was a pretty badass fight, quite brutal. And Kasius, well, he's now done. That's it for him. I loved that character. He was really good. And I thought it was quite cool at the start of the episode, or kind of when we started to see Kasius realise that all is lost, he finally decided to take that serum, that sort of, I'm not sure what the correct word for it is, the kind of PCP in space, as Daisy actually called it. I'm sure she knows what that is. But what happened was, it was the kind of the weird liquid that his brother criticised him for not actually taking. So when he had that kind of big battle that was mentioned by his brother, that was the thing which he was supposed to take. And in my trailer video, I was thinking, this looks like when people are taken over by the Darkhold. Like, I thought that was what was going to happen. I thought that'd be really cool. But maybe that was just me wanting to see the amazing Robbie Reyes back on the show. But yeah, that was really good there that we had that. It was a lot more of a real personal episode, this one. And we saw a personal development of Flint, who actually was able to control his powers now, and he's getting even more powerful. So yeah, it was really, really interesting, and I'm really sad that Enoch's gone. I really was gutted that Enoch was the one who had to actually power the portal, the thing that powers the monolith. It was a true crying shame there. Now, I still found it weird that it needed power, because the monolith didn't need power to send Simmons to that planet, you know, that she went to. Yeah, it's a bit weird. Maybe time travel needs a bit more power. It was good nonetheless that it was a real kind of personal moment, and the actor who plays him was really, really good. I know obviously he's playing a cyborg or a recorder with no kind of emotions, but he really did a great job there. He really did kind of fit that role very, very well, and I think he should be commended for that. And Deke, again, was a great character, and I loved him on this show, but we've come to the end of him. But really, I found it weird. So I'm going to jump around a bit in this to go to bits which that connect to other things. So we're going to connect this to when the monolith was actually built. And when the monolith was rebuilt, we actually had Coulson say, "Oh, Flint, you can come back to this time in the past. You're welcome, or you can just go off in your trawler." But surely that would mess with the timeline. I don't understand this. It seems like they're doing time travel without the risk of any sort of messing with the timeline, stepping on a butterfly and killing all the dinosaurs kind of thing. So yeah, well, that's not what they're doing here. So it's really weird that they've done this. But it does kind of seem to preserve the idea that things are in a loop. And Yo-Yo actually mentions this. We had her reveal as the Seer that she is the Seer. And a lot of us kind of expected that. I predicted that would probably most likely happen. I presented some other ideas, but that never actually happened. But Yo-Yo being the Seer makes the absolute most sense in my opinion. And, well, it seems like he got her from the future and just kind of, or the past, sorry, and actually just kept her on ice and kept reviving her non-stop every so often. So yeah, it's really, really tough there that she's become the Seer. It's quite harrowing seeing her with like no arms. He's really kind of destroyed her there, and he really did just revive her when he needed bits of information. And it does make sense that she does run dry, because it got to the point where she was actually captured. So that's how that works. So yeah, it's a bit of a complicated time loop there, to be honest, how that actually works. So that is it now. Time has had to reset, and she's seen this so many times. This is the reason why she's seen possibly so many people, but it doesn't really make sense why she's seen so many people, but it does. Yeah, it is complicated because she's seen so many people go on this loop. So he's captured her up to a point, and then people keep coming forward in time, and then back and forward and back and forward, and things never change. So this is another loop, but hopefully this is the successful loop. However, Yo-Yo now knows that what needs to happen is Coulson needs to die, and Coulson is dying, and really there's only one thing he can actually do. He can either die, but the cooler one is Robbie Reyes can claim, the Ghost Rider can claim the debt that Coulson has made, and Coulson can become Ghost Rider. So I'll break that idea out a bit more in a video later in this week, because God knows we've got a hell of a lot of a long time to wait until that actually comes back. But it was really cool. So it's going to be quite a harrowing scene to see Coulson die. He needs to die. They need to let him die. And really, it's going to be a real shame seeing him perish, which to me would be the end of Agents, because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is, to me, it is Coulson. It is sort of his journey, in my opinion. It is his journey on the show and through the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is a real shame that he is, or has to die. Or does he? Well, seemingly he does actually have to. Now, the reason is, why does he need to die? Why does this cause everything that happens? Maybe we don't really know yet, but maybe he actually triggers Daisy into killing, or kind of this fight that actually happens, that the world gets destroyed because of it. We don't actually know. Maybe she ends up getting this sort of space PCP, and then that's how she actually ends up destroying the world, because her powers are super strong from this. So yeah, that's probably how that actually ends there as well. So yeah, it's going to be a shame seeing Coulson die. I wanted him to end up with May. Molson, that's how we can ship them. I think that's definitely the best way of doing things. Now, they're going to come back to an Earth which is really not receptive to them whatsoever. But I'm confused as well as to if they've succeeded, which we're going to presume that they've succeeded. Why hasn't the Earth been put back together in the future with Flint and Tess? Really, really weird. But I'm hoping Flint and Tess, I would love that spin-off show. I really liked Flint. I'm gutted that he didn't return to the past, because he would have fit in really, really well with the rest of the agents, and he would have been interested to see him go back and actually ride a motorcycle with Mac, like they mentioned in the show. So yeah, it would have been good to see him return, which I am a bit gutted about him not coming back. I want to see more of Flint, but they are now in the past. So what is going to happen? They've got to kind of work out, with no Seer at all, as to how they can stop this from actually happening. And they are still wanted agents, as we've seen in the promo for the next episode. So if you want a video on the promo tomorrow, please do drop a like on this video and subscribe as well, because you don't want to miss it. But yeah, they are attacked by a really masked group, and yeah, I've got some ideas on who that could actually be, but they're now going to have to work out what the hell they're actually going to do next, because, well, there's no guideline. They've had a set plan for this so far. So yeah, they're pretty much completely screwed. Now, there was one last piece I want to talk about, and that was the thing that Kasius said when he was completely and utterly hopped up on his space PCP, and that was the fact that, well, if there's no agents, well, there's no one to actually stop his father and his invasion. So it does seem like his father actually just wants to invade Earth. However, in this timeline that we've had so far, he's actually we've had Kasius go to Earth and take over it, but it was actually destroyed at this time. So what could happen is that the new threat could be that the Kree want to invade Earth. So that could be one of the big threats that is coming, and thematically link in with Infinity War, and of course timeline as well, time travel, that kind of thing, that could link in over with Avengers 4 as well. So it does look like the people that are attacking the group could simply just be Kree who are trying to lay the groundwork for this invasion, because we have had the groundwork laid for quite some time with Kree pop up in the show over the course of its lifespan. However, that is it for this video. Please drop a like, please subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.
In 4 weeks,
I'm so glad you guys made it.
S.H.I.E.L.D. is back on Earth.
The world as we know it has come to an end.
But their time is up.
Every local PD has our picture. We're not just wanted, we're most wanted. What is this?
Your orders?
Kill them.
Dove Cameron guest stars when Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. returns all new Friday, March 2nd on ABC.